Hi everybody, I've got another journal here with me today, and it's a Jane Austen. And I did the cover in a white eyelet, and then I just added a whole bunch of different fabrics, just different colors of beige and browns, and put some little butterflies here and a little pretty image, and back here some duck cloth and some lace. And I stitched around it in like a light tan. And there's the back. It's scrunched just ever so slightly. And there's the tie on the inside. I made a really big, huge pocket here and put up a pretty image. And then I stuck a couple of cards in there. And that's one of them. And here's the other. Really cute. Cute, cute. And again, you can put stuff up under here. And I used the cover, the inside page of a Jane Austen Pride and Prejudice book I had. I thought that was kind of neato bonito, and stitched around the edges. Over here is another pretty image with lots of stitching, different fabrics. This is not a tuck spot, it's just a pretty. And over here is a little file folder pocket, and it says, "I have been meditating on the very great pleasure of which a fine pair of eyes in the face of a pretty woman can bestow." That was Mr. Darcy talking about Elizabeth. And the card there with the stitching. Another card. Over here is a little pocket. It matches this fabric here. And I like that you can see that at the bottom too. And it's got a bunch of different fabrics with a little Jane Austen image and a little tchotchke. And I put in some cards. And then the pretty stitching. And a tuck spot I missed. Well, here we go. We'll just put the snippets in there. Happen to have some right there with me. And this is, it says Bennett, very faintly. And it says, "A single man of a large fortune. What a fine thing for our girls." Mrs. Bennett was such a hoot. Loved her. Matter of fact, I think I'm going to rewatch that this weekend. This is another pretty image with a lot of stitching and some sari silk and lace with a little butterfly, and it lifts up for extra journaling. Another pretty piece of lace with some flowers on it. And it's got a little card that flips over here. And then I put this card here because it just sits right on top of that and kind of keeps it flat while it's in the book. And postcard. And another little piece of paper. Get over there. Thank you. Inside cover of Persuasion, which is another one of my favorite movies. Got a little tuck spot here with some fabrics. Some more fabrics here with a little mini image. Lots of writing room in this journal. Sometimes I don't leave enough, and I really have to try hard to leave space for writing. Some fabrics here with a little corrugated heart. This is Gardner. There is something a little stately in him, to be sure. That's when she was writing her letter to Elizabeth about Mr. Darcy. Got a real pretty image here, long pocket, and it's an envelope that you can put whatever you need in there. You know, letters were very important then. This is a soft image of some bonnets. More fabric. It's just for a pretty. It's not a tuck spot. Some lace and some fuzzies and an image here. And over here is a card. It's in my Etsy shop. But when she got the letter, when she was on when she got the letter about, my brain just went blank. And I can see her, Lydia, can see her as plain as day. from Jane, it says misdirected very ill indeed. And I thought that was kind of funny, because that's what she said. It took so long to get to her. And it's got a booklet inside with just a bunch of different kinds of paper. This is a mini, folds out, with some book page back there. And then, like I said, it's got some stitching. It's got some images, some book pages, some ephemera, just different things in here. I'm not going to make you watch me tie that up. Over here's another pretty image with a bunch of different fabrics. Another little tuck spot of a flower. Mr. Darcy. Love him. I mean, who doesn't, right? Says, my affections and wishes are unchanged, but one word from you will silence me on this subject forever. And you're going, girl, accept. Come on, say yes. Another image here with a rosette. And this is another flip-up area for writing. A bunch of different laces and sari silk. And the inside thing of, it's a cover of Sense and Sensibility with a muslin strip holding it down and some different fabrics and a little butterfly. A little mini tuck spot here with a little mini card. Mr. Collins. I don't know if he was the comedy part, but he sure was funny. This man was funny. It says, Lady Catherine will not think the worse of you for being simply dressed. She likes to have the distinction of rank preserved. Eating up with the snobs, isn't he? Another pocket here, and I put 3 cards in. And some fabric. And this one's got a little stamp on it. And this has got a little mini piece of fabric there. Just enough. This is Wickham. We all love the bad boys. It says, he lies with skill, especially by omission, taking care not to mention his own faults. It was sneaky. Sneaky dude. Another pocket here. And again, I added several things. A little Rolodex card. Got a little stitching on it. And some more snippets. I just like the way that, you know, looks. More pretty images. A little mini tuck spot with a letter. Another flip over with a butterfly. And it's some duck cloth and some fabric. Real pretty image here. The sari silk, a little doodad. Doodad. Flips up. This is Lucas. It says, she says, I'm not a romantic, you know. I never was. I only asked for a comfortable home. But really, to settle for Collins? Yep, she can pick them. Another pretty image here with a little rosette. A little tag. A floral tuck spot with some fuzzies. Another light image here. Some fabrics and a little gold bow. A little postcard here. And you get all this space back here too. Little card. And another little card with a silk flower and a paper doily. Another image here with some fabric and some fuzzies. And the stitching all the way around. And some fabrics with a little corrugated heart and a flower. Another soft image of bonnets. Bingley. Yes, and her petticoat. I hope you saw her petticoat. 6 inches deep. I'm in mud. I'm absolutely certain she did it on purpose. She knew it would get them. And it did. Haha. Another pretty image here with just some long cards that have different kinds of fabrics on it. And more fabrics here. This matches what's on the inside cover soft image there. And that's more stitching, a little birdie in different fabrics. This is Emma, one of Jane's books. Little tuck spot here. This is another card that folds out. It's got the butterfly and the muslin with a little piece of lace. And this is a catty corner belly band with made out of a ruffle and some stitching, and then it's got some laces and a little button there with a really big card here. And then a little one. I like how that sticks out right there. De Berg, Lord have mercy, the Queen of Grouch. I take no leave of you, Miss Bennet. I send no compliments to your mother. You deserve no such attention. I am most seriously displeased. You gotta love her. That lady was a hoot. Some stitching here with a little mini image. A little mini tuck spot with a corrugated butterfly. Some lace. And of course you have to have this saying in almost every Jane Austen journal. It says, "It is a truth universally acknowledged that a single man in possession of a good fortune must be in want of a wife." A little mini envelope. It's got some washi and a little stamp on the back, and you can fill it with whatever you need to. A little extra storage there. I love this page. It's got a pocket with the little image and then a whole bunch of different fabrics in the butterfly, but I put in assorted little mini cards, which I thought was really cute. Piece of corrugated paper there. Just all different kinds, fuzzies, different fabrics. Another image here, and this is not a tuck spot, it's just there for pretty. And then I used the back with another piece from the book and put a little image there. And it's got a pocket, same as the front, only this one has the lady and this one has the man. And on the inside, I put a nice big card. And then this is another little mini pocket. It's got writing space on the back. And some stamp stuff. Stamp stuff. Stuff stamped. A bow. And there's the back with a pretty, pretty eyelet. And the front again. All the different fabrics and the beiges and pretty colors. I love that fabric. I had like a little piece of it in my stash. It's so pretty. I want to thank y'all for being here. And you know I will see you next Friday in the next videos. Bye-bye, everybody. Have a good weekend.